Good morning. I am Servant. I am Pisces. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday. I was kind of, you know, listening, reading, gonna go, come back, sit down for a minute, and you know, I got to thinking about the queens out there. Queens, princesses, um, your page daughters, and I got to thinking, and then I heard something about the Samaritan woman. Okay, the thing that um, she had done, to put herself in such a lowly form of life, instead of her energy being up here and her timeline being up here, and she being treated like a princess or a queen. She was treated like a page. She didn't understand why. She understood the environment, but she didn't really understand why and what happened and what's going on in her life. The point of the whole term of this is that Jesus was telling her that he was the water, that it was him that would make everything a-okay and fine. So I was going to read this. Well, I'm going to read quite a bit to you, but hang on, bear with me. It's got some substance to it. When therefore the Lord, the most high, righteous, and loved, knew how the Pharisees had heard that Jesus made a baptism more disciples than John, through Jesus himself baptized not by but his not baptized not he didn't baptize, but his disciples, he left Judah and departed again into Galilee, and he must needs go through Samaria. Then cometh he to the city of Samaria, which called Sychar, near the parcel of ground that Jacob gave to his son Joseph. Now Jacob's well was there. Jesus therefore, being wearied with his journey, sat thus on the well, and it was about the 6th hour. There cometh a woman of Samaria to draw water. Jesus said unto her, Give me to drink. For his disciples were gone away unto the city to buy meat. Then saith the woman of Samaria unto him, Now is that thou, being a Jew, askest drink of me, which I am a woman of Samaria. For the Jews have no dealings with Samaritans. Jesus answered and said unto her, If thou knewest the gift of God, the most high, righteous, and loved, and who it is that saith of thee, Give me a drink, thou would have had asked, and he would have given thee living water. The woman saith unto him, Sir, thou hast nothing to draw with, and that the well is deep. For whence then hast thou the living water? Art thou greater than our father Jacob, which gave us the well, and drank thereof, himself and his children and his cattle? Jesus answered and said unto her, Whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give, he shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. The woman said unto him, Sir, give me this water, that I thirst not, neither come hither to draw. Jesus saith unto her, Go, call thy husband, and come hither. The woman answered and said, I have no husband. Jesus said unto her, Thou hast well said, I have no husband. For thou hast had 5 husbands, and he whom thou know now hast it not thy husband. In that saidst thou truly. The woman saith unto him, Sir, I perceived that thou art a prophet. Our father worshiped in this mountain, and ye say that in Jerusalem is the place where men ought to worship. Jesus said unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. Ye worship ye now, not what, when now, what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. But in the hour that cometh now is when the true worshipper will worship the Father in the Spirit and in truth. And the Father seeketh such a worship to worship him. God, the most high, righteous, and loved, is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in the Spirit, in truth. The woman saith unto him, I know that the Messiah cometh, which is called Christ. When he is come, he will tell us things. Jesus said unto her, I that speak unto thee am he. And upon this came his disciples, and marveled that he talked with a woman. Yet no man said, What seekest thou? Or what talkest thou with her? The woman that left her water pot and went her way into the city, saying to the men, Come see a man which told me all things that ever I did. Is not this Christ? Well, that's the point of the understanding whenever you said that, when you're entertaining Jesus, or she was. The thing about what I'm trying to tell you today is that, ladies, gentlemen, you listen to this. This is my download. Everybody out there, all the women, all the princesses, all the little girls, all that y'all are, you're the most beautiful creatures God ever made. And to yourself, you're the most beautiful creatures to man. Okay? So understand that whenever you feel that you're doing this or doing that wrong, in wrong rights and wrong ways, you know these things in your heart, but you got to understand that you're the most beautiful women in the world. Okay? You are the children of God. You have so much more in you. Let's just say it this way. You get married and you're living life and you're going on about your things, and all of a sudden you kind of feel like you're left out. You kind of feel like you're not being noticed. You kind of feel like, well, my husband doesn't do this or don't do that, anymore, or this, that, and the other. Ladies, you're queens, okay? You are the most loved and cherished on the planet. You are queens, okay? This is how you take your part back where you don't think that it is actually there anymore. That's the principality outside pushing against you, saying, well, he's doing this, he don't pay any attention to you, he's doing that. This is what it is. You go in there and take 2 chairs to your bedroom. Now, you know what I'm saying. You go in there and you set that chair down, and you're sitting in front of each other, say 10 or 15 foot apart, and you ask him, husband, king, what do you see? And, okay, kings, no time to have redneck in you, okay? This is serious stuff. She's wanting your attention, and she's going to get it. So you stand up, you turn around, you say, what do you see, king? And you better come up with a really good answer about this time. No. What you got to understand is that she is presenting herself to you as her queenship, okay? And you better recognize it, buddy, because she is a daughter of the Most High. And understand that whenever she is presenting herself to you, understand what kind of gift that you got. Understand it. Guys that, you go out here and live in the real world and you're always out hustling, bustling, Ladies, same thing, hustling, bustling. Oh, and then you get your head turned just a little bit. Well, guess what? It's not true. Everybody's beautiful. Everybody is beautiful. Okay? So, even I'm beautiful. So, the thing about this is understand that what is in front of you and what your needs are. The need is that you sit down in front of each other. Kings, it's the old peacock thing. You get up and you banter a little bit. Have you ever seen the Oklahoma grouse? How they get up and they'll stomp those feet and shake that tail? Well, that's you. Ladies are more graceful. The queens are more graceful. Look at me. Look at how beautiful I am. Look at what you got. Okay? So all I'm telling you is when you get your head turned a little bit, kind of like what this lady here was going through. She had an attachment, okay, somewhere along the line, whether it was her family or whatever it was. And when they get attachments, it's hard to get out of the cycle. Okay? It's so hard to realize that you're a queen, or that you're a king, or that you're a princess. Okay? But when you do realize that, princesses, that means you're not married. Okay? And you're beautiful. You know, you're walking around out here and nobody pays you any attention. Understand, God has got you pulled back for a reason. Not because you're not beautiful. Okay? God has set you aside for the right person to come along. Okay? You can be as forward as you want to be, but as forward as it gets, okay? That's the point of understanding. You say, okay, I understand now why that I was not supposed to be there at that time, and I was not supposed to pursue this at that time. I wasn't supposed to throw myself at somebody. I am a queen. I am a princess. I deserve better. That's you. So understand it. I understand that it's hard with the principalities out here. Everybody's got a boyfriend. Everybody's got, all this stuff. But it's not for you. And princesses that you're out there just dating. Let me explain something to you. If you're living in the same city, in the same town, look at here. What do you think they think? What do you think they're going to think? Or do you even care? Because basically when you leave there to go wherever you're at, you're leaving the same environment to go to another toxic environment. You want it right? When you date your person. You analyze your person, okay? Is he good to me? Does he open the door? Does he do gentleman things? Does he understand? Does he really care about me? Inside. And everybody goes this way to sex. Looky here. God made that so specific for you to understand, okay? You're not a 2-year-old. The point of saving your seed till it's anointed by God, okay? That way, when you have children, you have star seeds, okay? And they are blessed by God. And it's just as simple as that. Your life will be fulfilled. The point that I understand is that you stay in your Psalms 119 on your precepts, statutes, commandments, and your testimonies. But the lady at the well, had run into town and said, I know my Messiah. I know the Messiah's here. Okay? Well, that's what you got to understand, is that your Messiah, your King, will be coming. Okay? Jesus is coming back. So understand that you're trying to live life. If you live life in natural law, in natural way, okay, your gifts and blessings are in front of you. But you have to follow your statutes, okay? Because each one of those is your steps. Each one of those testimonies in there are your steps in your life. All of that happened many, many, many thousands of years ago is the same today. You're standing on the same soil today, okay? So each and every step you take is each and every testimony that you read, okay? So understand that saving yourself, and it's called, the purity clause. You can look it up. The thing that I just want to tell you is that y'all are the most beautiful women in the world, okay? You have so much pride, so much love to give. You help people. You're in transit in life. You're just enjoying everything that's going on. But understand, the man, look here, the handsome jacks, okay, are running around out here, and they're trying to do what they can do to destroy whatever they can have. Okay? Understand, look here. If you think you're the ugliest puppy in the bunch and handsome Jack comes at you, you know what that's about. Okay? But you're not the ugliest puppy in the bunch. Actually, you're the runt, and the runt always turns out to be the most beautiful person in the world. So, understand. It's laid out simple as it gets. The world presses against you and tells you who you are. But inside of this bubble of yours is a planet, and it's you. Okay? It's who you are walking forward in life. You walk in your statutes, your precepts, your commandments, and testimonies, and you will see that your energy level will come up. You'll see your timeline jump. You will see in front of you thousands of gifts. Don't say bad things about people. Don't do it. You remember the boomerang comes around and hits you in the back of the head. If you spill 2 cups, you go to the Father and apologize. Okay? Immediately. Then you turn around and there's another 1,000 cups behind you because he accepted that. Okay? Queens, the ones that's been married forever, the most beautiful ones of the pile. Let me tell you something. When I told you to get the 2 chairs, I mean it. You find something that's in your heart and in your, you're not being listened to. Okay? He's not listening. Or he just don't get it. You got to hit him in the head with a brick. This is the brick. Okay? You go in there and you set this up before he even knows anything. He's the game rooster coming to the chopping block. So he doesn't have a clue. You put him on the spot, and let me tell you something. You bring the remnant of God with you in that room, and I promise you, things will change. If you got to do it twice a week, stay with it for a while. Get that little romance cooking again. Filling this coffee pot up, whatever it may be, and it'll all start coming together. Love and life, walking in natural law. You know your person because you're married to him. And then get the understanding. I don't care if you're 90 years old, okay? You know how to spark that flame up. And understand that it's very important that love is showed out there. And all it takes is one, because the remnant's floating now, okay? Everybody that you touch, everybody you're saying hi to and hello, I love you, hey, it's running. And guess what? Darkness on the run too. But I want you to understand that you're the most wonderful people in the world. You're God's children of the Most High, okay? I can't quote that enough. Because you're here on this planet that he made for you. And everything's here for you. Understand what you're going to do. Understand what it's going to take to get that part done. Okay? You're in your own world, your own planet. Principality doesn't make any difference anymore. So, I just want to throw this out there. I think I got one coming out on Monday. Probably a little different than this one. But remember the woman at the well. And remember what Jesus was trying to tell her. The point of the lifeblood, the water that you'll never have to worry about drinking ever again, is your family also, is the 2 chairs, is the presenting yourself to your person, bringing back that love light, bringing back all those things that you remember. Look, it's worth a ton. It's worth a ton to you. So understand. Push the envelope a little bit. Kings, if you have to do the same thing, hey, do the same thing that I just told the queens. Because you're talking about something that's shocking to the system. That gets all that stuff out. And guess what? you got a beautiful queen again, or you got a beautiful king again. It may take 2 or 3 times, but let me tell you something. Your relationship with your husband or with your wife is sacred to the Father. Okay? I'll teach on that a little bit later, but understand, help your community, go to church, get everybody up and going, understand the woman at the well, and how bad her attachments was that she had to have all this to try to satisfy herself, and she could never get satisfied until she met Jesus telling her about her own problem and her own thing that she had done. At that point, she lost all of that attachment. And we can go into, you know, all this other stuff, but not right now. I just want you to think of this. You are loved. This is your planet. God's watching you. Your gifts are in front of you. What a perfect life. Okay? It's going to get better. Anyhow, I'm going to get off here. I'm at 21 minutes. I done a pretty good job. I shortened it up pretty good instead of 30 minutes. Anyways, God loves you. I love you. If you think that you need anything else, just Jesus. 1 second. It's to the Father. Okay? Meditation. Take that hour. God wants to talk to you. He wants to talk to everybody. So take that hour. And don't be knitting. Okay, I'm off here. I am servant. I am Pisces. Have a good one.